stuff on all night, damn it. Indian restaurant night tonight. It is the... fucking can't see my watch. It is the 13th of February. And I'm going for an Indian. Going to Rajput's Indian restaurant. Going to an Indian restaurant with my workmates. It's been the first time I've been in a restaurant for many years, I think. Last time I might have been in one was in Bristol with my uni course mates, Baz and Simon. And that was ages ago. That must have been like 2008 or something around there. And I haven't been to a restaurant since then. I've been to like cafes and stuff. So, interesting night. And yeah, it's already dark. It's past 6 o'clock now, heading for 7 o'clock. We're going to meet up at 7 o'clock in 20 minutes or so. And I hope it's an alright night. I've already had a New Year's this year, New Year's night with these two co-workers, so I sort of know what to expect.
That sounds like it's really good because it's about stopping like the most heinous crimes you can think of. There's still a reason to go, wait, what power? He's doing what? He claims the authority to do what? And if your brain didn't automatically do that, then you're too gullible, and you're too ignorant, and you're too emotion-driven. And you are exactly why they play these games. The left does it, the right does it, everybody does it. To tug at your heartstrings and go, well, if authoritarian power is going to stop the bad guys, and I see hardly anybody, I mean, there are a few, because there are some people with principles, saying, when was this a federal issue?
Sunset on Gibbet Hill on the 15th of February.
Not to hurt myself for not having all green squares for every single day that I'm okay with having my calendar look like a checkerboard of green and red. All I had to do was hit the record button and speak on something that has been, you know, brewing.
Just seen a sunset. And last time I talked to you, I went out to an Indian restaurant. I was about to go out to an Indian restaurant with my co-workers. I went out there. It was mostly as I anticipated it would go. I handled it quite well. They pushed to the offensive humour a bit, which was good. The problem mostly was there was a lot of waiting involved. There was a lot of dead air, like between our conversations and things. The two guys would go silent, like they didn't have anything to say to each other, or that if you said anything to them they wouldn't want to respond to it, or that you had to bring up something that they could respond to, or like no one wanted to go first to talk because if they tried to talk they'd get the hostility of silence back at themselves. That kind of thing was going on, really. There's a few instances of that, but they were more talkative, I guess, later in the evening. They didn't really want to talk about the food. You can get like a harmful opinion style enthusiasm about food discussion out of them. They just kind of go, ugh. You know, turn into a caveman, do monosyllables when you talked about the food we were having. It's such a beautiful sunset. Sunset. It's not there anymore. I'm not sure GoPro can see it. And then what followed after that, the day after that, was I thought was going to have a long 7-hour shift with one guy from work, and ended up having it was changed to a 7-hour shift with another guy from work, but then it was that guy from work plus an annoying woman staff member from work who, despite everyone telling her to go home, just stayed unpaid and tried to do work unpaid when nobody asked for her to be there. Nobody wanted her there. Like, they said, go home, you're not being paid for this, you don't need to work, you're literally doing a 7-hour shift for no reason. Like, trying to, you know, become, and she was being a third wheel, because like she was taking all the jobs that I had come in to do. Like, I come in to do my shift, I was expecting to do work, I couldn't really do the work because there were 3 of us there, and it's just overkill. You've got too many people for the jobs that are needed to be done, so we're just tripping over each other, and she's doing all the jobs I'm meant to be doing, and it was a pain in the ass shift. And that was Valentine's Day. I didn't see any couples really. A lot of people buying Valentine's themed products, but with no like Valentine's themed outcomes kind of thing. There were like kid daughters and their father, like asking their fathers to buy, that sounds dodgy, doesn't it? Kid daughters asking their fathers to buy like love hearts and love chocolates, and they seem to be buying Valentine's Day cards, but not like for any opposite sex partners or anything. Like, women getting it for women, kids getting it for their mums, kids getting it for their dads. Like, you just got no sense at all that anyone who was buying Valentine's Day stuff was doing it for any 20th century style coupling purposes, elevatistic love. There was none of that. That was hell of a weird, and it was just a bad shift in general, really. It was a bit better later on when the crazy woman co-worker left. I guess she finally realised she was not wanted, doing a shift for no reason, for no money, and getting in the way of everyone else. Yeah, so that's kind of it. That was a pain in the ass 2 days, and then today, well, I left a few, let's say I left a few Valentine's messages for potentials on the internet that I talk to. I always do that every year, just to see, you know, who's around, who out of the people that I like potentially like me back, that sort of shit. I was actually waiting for one specific customer to come in during Valentine's Day so I could just, I mean, it would have been better on a different day that didn't have the ceremony of Valentine's Day basically, but there's this cute customer with a lovely smile, and she's a bit chirpy and she talks nicely to me, and she's like a potential, and I just kind of want to see her again to try and get nearer to getting her more talkative with me and shit. So there's potential opportunity to ask her for a date or something, but I don't even know if she's single or not. I have a feeling she might have a boyfriend. I have no idea if she does, but she's just too cute not to. That's just what I think of every girl who looks really cute, is like, you're too cute not to have a boyfriend. So even though I have no evidence of you having a boyfriend, you probably do. So, you know, that's the minefield of dating, really, for me. Or they might be a lesbian or some shit. Or they might buy into one of these new bullshit things like asexuality, which is just nonsense. She didn't show up on Valentine's Day, which is probably a blessing in a way rather than a curse, because then I get to talk to her on a non-Valentine's Day, and she'd be like, oh, he's not just talking to me because it's Valentine's Day. Less pressure, I guess. She was showing me on her phone. I got her to tell me a bit about her job, and she was showing me on her phone that she makes little resin things at her workplace to teach like old ladies how to do textiles and sewing and make these resin things. And I thought, oh, that's quite similar to a thing I've seen made with resin, which was like a World War I tank on YouTube, and I'm like, just looking for an opportunity for her to come in so I can kind of show her that, but she hasn't come in. Anyway, been talking to Mal. Mal's like the closest thing to a love interest I have. A Polish friend who's in Canada, sort of I think she's Catholic. And then I also talked to an old flame, shall I say, Dem, today, a little bit. I don't know if she's getting back to me or what, but I'd like to celebrate Valentine's Day in a way, but none of these are the environments conducive to doing so. So, You don't want to do it in these places. And yeah, today I just had like a 3-hour shift. Wasn't too bad. The more annoying male co-worker was in more high spirits and more talkative, so we got along better. The more friendly male co-worker was more angry for some random reason, so it's all kind of reversed backwards. Everything was flipped on its head. Finished work at like 3 p.m. Apparently there's road closure because there's been a big car accident, another car accident outside our workplace, where 2 teen boys in the night and their 2 cars had a collision high speed, and apparently the collision also wiped out the corner of a house, like ripped it open, so there's like loose pipes and gas mains and things at this house where these cars have crashed. One of the kids has got brain damage, gone to hospital, so everyone's talking about that. What it means for me is there's a fucking road closure. And there was another road closure before that last night on the dual carriageway that looked a result of a accident. So it's like drunken teens in the middle of the night on Valentine's Day all crashing together. Seems very coincidental. Went to the supermarket, saw the start of sunset at one bay, chilled out, ate some food, watched some podcasty stuff, drove over here, made the sun re-unset and then reset again. So the sunset happened twice today for me, happened up here. You just saw the end of it there, and now it's night time and I'll probably head back home. I was going to do like, I brought my GoPro obviously in the car today. I was going to do a topic vlog thing, but again, wrong sort of mood, not the best lighting. We'll see some vlogs soon, I guess, when I get my days off, maybe. Although I don't have enough of them, so maybe not. Kind of depends on the weather.